question.
the ideas
Do you
to come
feel
up
like
with
both
this.
of you could lead a woman to success with your views and your vision and how you see the world, how you see women? Do you feel like you could take a girl that just turned fresh 18 and really take her to the sky's limit with your views, your education, how you feel like a woman should be? Do you feel like you could teach that woman step by step how to be the best woman she could be, whether it's for her husband or just in general for her family?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's our job as a man. Matter of fact, that's what we prefer. We want a girl that's inexperienced. Remember how you said green bean? That's what men want.
Yeah,
don't
you want
a
a
girl.
green bean so you can conform her to have the same morals and views as you. That's what extortion is.
What? No, it's not.
You're literally manipulating a woman to literally conform
do you know what
to
that
what
means?
you
The
want.
word that
Yes.
you needed was not extortion,
Do you know what
but
that
I
means?
understand what you're trying
Extortion?
to say.
Yeah, I know what extortion is. It's
What does
when
it
you
mean?
finesse somebody because you have something over them
No.
to get them to do what you want. So maybe I used it out of context,
What?
but what
You
I'm
used it out of
saying is you're finessing an innocent person and you're manipulating them to do what you want. That's f***ed up.
You're a too. Holy, like, bro, extortion. Because I used to actually investigate
Right.
this.
Does not say that.
You're
Yeah.
okay.
Retards
Like
don't
you
a
can
lot of
make money and still be a
Yeah.
Not really.
look, because
Just
that
for
was a
having
low
a
IQ
big
comment.
payment,
That was a low IQ comment. I used to investigate extortion. That is not extortion. Okay, it's called leadership. All right, leadership. Okay. Men want women that don't have experience so that we can give them their first trip. We can give them their first trip to Dubai. We can give them their first sexual experience. We can give them the world. And then she'll grow to appreciate it versus a girl that's already had it all and then she doesn't appreciate it. You want a man with experience. We want a girl that doesn't have experience. This is why girls, matter of fact, question, what's your body count? How many men have you had sex with?
10.
Okay, that's a lie. But the point is,
That's a lie because
Yeah, that's
you
a lie.
know me, right?
yeah, I don't believe that. What I'm trying to say is that men value virgins for a reason. Men value virgins because we want a girl that hasn't been touched. You want a man that has experience and has been able to go out and conquer the world. We're not the same. So it's not extortion as you incorrectly use.
Just saying.
She can
Another
learn.
low IQ comment.
She can learn.
Yeah.
She can learn that.
Okay.
And that was a low IQ comment as well. What I'm trying to say is that men don't value experience like you guys value experience. And extortion was a completely incorrect word to use. Like,
Okay, so why do you said that men want women who basically never had? So then why when y'all get into it with the woman, y'all be like, oh, I'm the reason why you got this. I'm the reason you went to Dubai. I'm the reason you did that. And then y'all also be telling y'all other females.
I think it's an insecurity tactic.
But
honestly,
so why do y'all say that to them when y'all get into it with them? And then y'all be telling y'all other girls too, like, yeah, she only got that because of me. Da da da. But you said that men want women
that's the whole. Hold on. Why is your man even arguing with you?
That is petty, though.
But just period. But why do you want a woman like that?
I don't
And then
argue
when
with
you get
women.
into-
I don't argue with y'all. I genuinely believe.
Every man
Hold
that
on.
made a woman remind the woman that he made her.
Nah, man.
Every
but
time.
my thing is, as a man on your end, right? If you meet a girl that's already experienced a certain point in life, why does that bother you?
It's not that it bothers me. It's just that I look at it like, okay, this girl's had her experiences, etc. That's fine, but this is probably a girl that I might not necessarily want a wife.
Do you feel like you can't maximize those experiences to happen again?
Do
you get what I'm saying?
It's not about that. Women that tend to have experiences tend to also have baggage and tend to have preconceived notions of how the world works that might not necessarily align with my worldview.
And you don't
Right.
want
So
that.
what? You hold on. Why do you, as a man, feel like you can't alter that or change that?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If you meet a girl who's experienced certain things in life, whether they were good or they were bad, why do you, as a man, feel like that places a red flag upon her on something that you can't change?
All right, I'll explain it to you right now. You're an entrepreneur, you're successful, you make 6 figures plus a year, right? Let's say you've always wanted to get a G-Wagon, right? And you go and you pick up this G-Wagon, right? You go to the store, you finally saved up the money to get this G-Wagon. It's, let's say, off the lot, $150K, $200K, whatever. It's the color that you wanted, etc. But you get in and you're like, okay, you're excited, but then you look at the odometer and it has 50,000 miles on it, right? But they still expect you to pay full price for it. What would you say to the dealer?
Hold on. It's not even that I would say off. I'm trying to relate what you're saying to what I just said.
Don't even worry
No,
about
no,
that. Just
no.
answer the question and
Yeah.
I'll explain it. They're telling you need to pay $200K for the G-Wagon.
Well, was that
that you
200
saved
or
up for.
150? Because on God, I'm right here in the middle of buying a G-Wagon, so I'm really relating to what the you talking about.
Okay. I'm telling you, they're telling you that 50K miles on it, but you got to pay full price. Would you be okay with paying full price for that G-Wagon that has 50K miles on it?
No.
Why not?
To be honest, where I would go is I would bargain because I know how to do that. And then if it got a warranty on it, I'm straight with that.
Okay, so you bargain. All right. So that's exactly how men feel about women. We don't want a girl that's been used and we're paying full price, which is what? Marriage and commitment.
Okay, I get what you're saying when you say marriage and commitment, but we're not even talking about marriage and commitment. We're talking about dating. We're talking about you innocently meeting a female and her have experiencing more life than what you would want her to.
Oh, well, they'll date you. They'll sell you a dream. They'll do all that. But I'm talking about when a girl wants the guy to take her seriously and actually commit to her, they're looking at that mileage.
So with you, right? So if a girl meets
Not just me. This is men in general.
Well, we'll just say in general, okay, right? So if you meet a girl
Yeah.
and her birthday's coming up, right? And she's like, yeah, I want to go to Dubai again. I went 2 years ago with my homegirls on a girls trip. Cause you know my homegirls is nurses, my homegirls is this and that. You know they okay. They can do it on their own, right? That would make you look at her sideways.
100%.
Why is that?
Because I know, in general, when women take girls trips, they're involved in promiscuous activity.
But how are you 100% saying that when you don't know? Like, okay, so hold on. Let me say this. Say that it was a girl who worked at Chick-fil-A. Let's put it
You
out there.
didn't hear what I said.
No, I heard what you said. You're
What I
saying
say specifically?
that-
What I say?
First, I
Because
don't know
words matter.
verbatim, but what
No.
you're pretty much saying-
Hold on. What did I say specifically?
Verbatim,
Yes.
I can't repeat it to you, but what came to me, how I felt like you said it.
He associated Dubai with promiscuous activities.
Right.
No, I
Well,
didn't.
why can't you
No, I
fucking see
didn't.
the world?
He basically was saying that if you go to Dubai, there's
You
no way
get
that you.
shitted on.
There's no way
Yeah,
that you
that's
went
what
there.
I
There's
just
nothing. That's
said.
being
No.
insecure, though. That's being insecure.
That's that
That's what we were talking about
insecurity.
earlier.
Porta potty.
That's that
I don't
insecurity.
know,
That's
no.
that, oh,
Dubai.
No.
This is what
And I
they
didn't
doing.
do
Look,
anything.
Dubai is a very
what's
beautiful part of the
interesting?
world.
You know what's
Girls
interesting?
Girls
Look,
trip.
you know what's this is amazing.
Is it
You
like-
asked me a question. I responded, and instead of responding to what I actually said, you responded to, in your own words, how you felt what I said.
Hold on, I didn't get to respond. She responded. I didn't get to respond yet.
But the problem is that you can't respond if you don't even know what I said.
I said I don't remember verbatim, but how it came to me.
But
And
that's
granted,
important
I
that
can't
you know
remember
verbatim.
at this point, but you could repeat it again and we can get through it.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to say. See, this explains. This is the quintessential example of what I mean. I said something, instead of interpreting what I said through a rational lens and hearing what I said and understanding and comprehending it and giving a rational response, you felt like I said something and you're responding based off how you feel.
How do you know that when
versus
I
what
didn't get
said.
to tell you how I took it? You don't even know how I took it because I didn't get to tell you.
No, because I already knew what you were about
You
to say.
don't. How do you know what's in my mind? Are you a mind reader?
No, it's not about that because you assume that I'm saying, oh, just because she's about to go to Dubai, that means that she got shit on, blah, blah, blah. All I said was when girls in general, when girls take girls trips, they tend to be involved in promiscuous activity. All of that is in general. Does that mean that you do it every single time? No, I never said that. But what I am saying is that when girls take trips in general, it doesn't lead to good things, like sexually. Like they're involved with dudes, they're partying, they're drinking, all that other. Does that mean every single time? No.
I feel like when you say that, that might be the type of girls that you've exposed yourself to, because you can't say that every girl who their dream trip is Thailand, Dubai, Tokyo.
didn't say every girl, though.
I'm not saying that. You got to listen to what I'm trying to say. I'm just giving an example.
You just said that.
No, I didn't. What did I say verbatim?
You just said not every girl is doing that, right? He didn't say every girl does
I
that.
didn't say he said that, but what I'm trying to tell him is that what he is saying is not what every girl is on. So when he's saying most girls, okay, let me rephrase it then. So the most girls that you're referring to, right? When you're saying most girls, when they go on a girls trip, it's some. How can you speak for most girls? It might be some girls that saved for 2-3 years to go to Dubai, Thailand, Singapore, Bali. But you're going to judge them because of what you've been exposed to and what you've seen maybe on the internet or through the next lame-ass hoe. You get what I'm saying? It's like a prejudgment there.
You asked me how men would interpret a girl going to Dubai with her
No,
girlfriends, and I
asked
told you
how you would.
Okay. What I'm telling you is how most men would see. If I look at a girl's Instagram and I see her in Dubai, then I see her in Bali, then I see her traveling, whatever, it might not matter that she's a nurse or she's an entrepreneur, she makes money. You know what men think? Ho! If I see a girl in a Lamborghini, ho! I see a girl taking exotic trips to expensive places, ho! We assume that. Now, does that mean that every single girl that's doing that is a hoe? No. Maybe she had money. Maybe she has a rich dad. Maybe she paid for it. But most girls don't pay for private jets. Most girls don't pay for Lamborghinis. Most girls don't pay for expensive trips. So since most girls don't, what do we assume? Oh, some dude paid for it for her. And what do guys want when they pay for these types of things? They want sex in return. Just like you go ahead and you meet a guy, he might talk with a stutter. You might not know that he has an IQ of 150, but you're judging a book by its cover. That's the world that we live in. I find it very interesting that girls judge men a book by its cover all the time. His shoes don't match. He ain't tall enough. He don't look good. Blah, blah, blah. And you guys decline him all day. But if you guys post stupid photos of yourself in exotic places and we assume you get mad at us.
No, it's not that we're getting
Y'all judge a
mad.
book by its cover all the time.
That when you just said, you were like, you compared, and I feel like you compared it right when you said some do, and that's what they're going to think. But do you feel like it's fair for men to automatically put that on every single woman that they meet, that this is what she's doing, no matter how hard she worked, no matter what she accomplished to try to get this completed, her dream, man is still sitting
number
there.
one, the concept of fairness is a fallacy in itself.
Okay, so let's flip it, right? If a girl met you and they know you got a podcast where you talk to women, all your clips go viral on you talking crazy or somebody. You get what I'm saying? It's always putting a woman down in some type of way. And then you meet somebody and you like her so much, but she like, I ain't talking to you. You down women. I've been seeing the shit you say. You not even pro-woman. Then what? How you gonna feel? And you love this. This is the one has been true. You love everything about her. She's cool. She's submissive. She listens. She does whatever you want. But she judges you. How are you gonna feel that she's giving you the same treatment that you give the rest of the in the
now
world?
Y'all laughing. Yup.
Yeah, we're laughing because men are the ones that pick the girls, not the other way around, bro.
No, that's not fair.
That's
Bitches,
life.
Life isn't fair.
Life isn't fair.
No, okay, hold on. Let me take that. It's not that it's not
pick
fair.
you guys.
That's not always the point. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
funny, man.
It's not that just men get to choose, women get to choose. The way that the world is right now, the world is backwards. The world is backwards.
It is
The
backwards.
role of a
We
man
need
and the
balance.
role of a woman
We need
are
balance.
so up right now that it's crazy.
But that doesn't mean that's right, though.
No, it's not right.
Good, so-
I feel like the roles right now and how the world are with
Why are
men
you
and
yelling,
women.
man?
I'm just talking into the mic.
She's black, bro. Relax.
Oh God, but it's not even that. It's like when
the
I
world
don't talk
really
loud
does need
enough.
some more
See, and
balance
that could
right
come
now.
off. That could come off great and you black, but that could come off racist. I'm just sitting here expressing myself about something I feel strongly about, but I'm wrong.
Nobody else is yelling.
Balance, unity,
Nobody else
and
is
love.
talking.
But you're yelling.
You're yelling, though.
I didn't know I was yelling. I'm sitting here with these headphones in my ear where I could barely hear a thing, and I'm sitting here talking into a mic. When I sit here and talk calmly, they tell me to speak
All right,
up.
just so what's your point here? I'm just telling you how men interpret
Nothing.
what women do.
Nothing, because no matter how many points I give or what
You're
I
not
try to get
making
you to
any,
understand, I am. You just don't see them because you choose not to.
No, I see your points very well. That's why I'm able to argue them back. I understand what you're
That's
saying.
you want to argue back instead of trying to understand.
No, I understand. I'm telling you you're incorrect. I'm just telling you.
I'm not looking to be correct or incorrect. I'm trying to give examples to see where your head is. All my questions that I asked have been to you. Why is this way? Why do you think this way? Why, when you do this, do you think this? This is me trying to feed and pick your brain.
Yeah, and I'm telling you this is how men look at it, and you don't want to accept it.
No,
And you don't
you
like
just
it.
said that you would tell me I was wrong.
I told you how men view women that do certain things and have certain behaviors.
And my questions
And
were
then
to
you tried to
you.
reverse and be like, well, what if she did this and did that to you? And then I said, well, it doesn't matter because men are the ones that pick girls. Then you said that's not fair.
No.
Well, life isn't fair.
You telling me about men when my question was specifically to you. If a girl was to judge you off of what she sees on the internet, just like
I'm
you
not
judge
special.
OnlyFans.
I'm not special. Most men think the way that I do. We're very simple.
And that's why you said men choose women. That's why we use y'all and pretend like we like y'all. And then when we don't want to talk to y'all no more, we go to somebody else. Like, so y'all don't really choose because we be pretending 90% of the time.
Are you going to get down on
especially
your
if we
knee
getting what we
and
want.
propose to a guy?
But girl, I see girls pretending
Hold on,
they
hold
like
on. No,
a
no,
dude
no.
and
Look,
then get
look.
married
Hold on.
or get engaged to them. So that's why we do that.
Are you getting down on a knee and proposing to a guy?
It don't matter. Girls be pretending.
Okay.
That's
So
why we
men are
don't
the
even
ones,
really be liking y'all.
Okay. Well, the dude's doing the same thing to you right now. But the point I'm trying to make is that men are the ones that get down on the knee and propose to girls.
That don't matter, cause like I said, you talking about y'all pick us. We pick y'all for real. Cause if we getting what we want, then we just gonna do whatever y'all say. And if you stop doing it or you can't keep up, we gonna stop talking to y'all and move on to the next person.
Isn't it ironic that she's the one of all people talking about getting picked? Say,
I
dudes,
always
hey,
be
girls
getting
play
picked.
guys.
Life isn't fair. It's not.
That's ironic, man.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to say? We're talking past each other because you just don't like my answers, is what it comes
No,
down to.
I'm literally genuinely taking your answers and dissecting them and giving you the respect of just listening, trying to understand. But that's why I'm asking more questions, because I really don't understand.
You don't understand that men are going to put women in a box?
I don't understand why.
Because, like I said before, women don't pay for Lamborghinis, and most of the time they don't pay for expensive trips. So if we see you in these types of situations, we assume that you're having sex to get that.
I mean, but that's the thing. Is I know girls that got $1 billion, not billion, $1 million boutiques, online boutiques that drive a Lamborghini.
Okay.
I know her that just bought a Rolls Royce off the lot last
okay,
week.
cool. But what
her,
percentage of women actually make that kind of money that could afford it themselves?
Right now, how the world is right now, I feel like the internet is unstoppable. I know a lot of YouTube females. I know a lot of girls who have online boutiques, and is millionaires, whether they live like it or not. Hold on.
She's right.
Whether they live like it or not.
That's great,
right?
though. That's great.
You can't just sit here and say, oh, it's only a low percentage. We don't know what the percentage is because how the world is right now, the roles are reversed. Right or wrong?
Okay, let me get your how many let's see your base of knowledge so I can even see if we're even on the same living in the same planet. No. What percentage of Americans do you think make $100,000 per year?
Not a lot.
What percentage?
I would say under 10%.
Okay. So you admit that it's a minority of people that make that kind of money, but going to Dubai and all that, you're going to need to make way more than that. So would you agree that it's an even smaller percentage than 10?
I would go down probably 6% of people.
Okay. Only the top 1% of America makes around $500,000 a year.
Okay.
Okay. The top 1%. So
I'm in the top one.
Okay. So how many other women do you think fall in that category?
That I know a lot.
No, but you said that you know.
That you know.
Okay, so you're saying the world?
Yes. That's
This is the thing.
This is not about you.
Y'all look, okay, y'all are on a podcast right now, right? Y'all make money off of doing this, right? It's a lot of girls. What did I just say to y'all earlier? The two girls that just sold their for what, 70 million or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's not even about it. It's like you got to realize how the world is transitioning in general. We can't keep thinking that, oh, we back in 2005 and girls ain't making no money. If a girl finds her platform or her niche and she knows what she's doing, then yeah. So I don't know what the percentage is. I can't give you that, but I can say that I think it's higher than what it was 10 years ago.
Okay, let's just have look, because here's the problem. You're looking at things from your experiences, your friends, your environment.
So can we ask somebody else? Who's
No,
different?
but that's what I'm trying to say. That's why your opinion, with all due respect, is incorrect because it's subjective based on your own personal experiences. I'm telling you, objectively speaking, most women don't make that kind of money. Hell, most men don't make that kind of money. So if I see a girl in Dubai in a Lamborghini, etc., if I see 100 girls taking that type of picture, these types of scenes, 99 of them are having dudes pay for it. Maybe only one paid for herself. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I understand, but here's the thing, right? Is you have an opinion, I have one. I'm not going to tell you that yours is wrong.
Mine's is correct.
So I don't. Hold on.
Yours is incorrect.
Everyone has an opinion. They're like, everyone
But
has
an opinion
one.
can be
so
incorrect.
You cannot tell me.
An opinion can be incorrect.
No, an opinion. It ain't how I feel. If I feel like it's strong and I feel like that's what I stand on, then I feel like I'm right. Just like how you stand on what you stand on. It's gonna be somebody one day that do not agree with what you say.
Bruh,
Period.
if you say 1 + 1 is 3, and they say that's my opinion, that's incorrect.
Lord Jesus, oh my
But
God.
that's not an
Let me
opinion.
pray.
That's a statement, and that's wrong.
An opinion is a statement, though.
No, it's not.
Jesus, please protect.
A statement is a statement. An opinion can't really be argued because no one's opinion can be invalidated. It's what you think and feel.
This is the difference
An
between men and
opinion
women.
is what you think and feel, right? So for us to sit here
So you're
and say,
saying an opinion can't be wrong.
no, your opinion, I can't sit here and say that you're wrong
That's
because
your
that's your opinion.
You stand strong behind
you
your
can't
beliefs.
say that we're wrong because that's
If
our
somebody says
opinion.
they're Catholic or they're Muslim, you can't tell them you're wrong. God was the only person that ever did this, and I'm Christian.
Just so you know, an opinion is a
Who's
statement.
talking? Oh.
Okay,
So it
pull it
can
up.
so it can be wrong.
But guess what? Here's the thing: is that how
Can't be.
people feel about life and how they feel. You
What the fuck is
cannot judge.
happening right now?
If you come to me and you say I'm Muslim, and I say, okay, well I'm Christian, and this is what I believe in. I cannot say that you're wrong for what you believe in because that's your beliefs. It's the same thing with an opinion. I cannot tell you you're wrong because you believe something other than what I do. You have your opinion, and you're entitled to that.
Yep.
All right, I'm
what
telling
I'm
you a
saying.
fact. I'm
Everyone's
telling
entitled.
you, if I see 100 different girls taking pictures in Lamborghinis,
We still in a Lamborghini.
or in Dubai,
I thought we got so deep
no,
into
because
this.
because that's what I'm staying on topic. I'm not flying all over the place. I'm saying if I see
Waiting
100
for
different
deeper
girls
questions.
posting pictures in exotic places,
Shallow.
in a Lamborghini,
Shallow.
etc., okay?
Shallow.
What are you talking about, man? We're talking about a topic, and I'm talking about that topic to substantiate my point. I'm not floating all over the place talking about opinions and statements and all that. I'm sticking to what we were talking about before the discussion. I'm staying on topic. I'm telling you, if I see 100 girls post pictures in exotic places, I know 99 of them didn't pay for it. That's what I'm saying. That's fact, because the majority of people, majority of women especially, don't make that kind of money to do that. Somebody's paying for it. That's how men view the world, because we look at it objectively. That's what it is. And opinions can absolutely be wrong. You can say the sky is green. That's my opinion. Well, it's wrong. And that's the problem with how women think versus how men think. You guys think you're always right. You're not. A lot of y'all. Some of y'all are damn right stupid. Saying a statement is not an opinion, that's incredible to me that you would even sit here on a podcast, 20,000 people saying that. But here's the thing. No one tells you guys you're stupid because they want to you all the time. That's the reality. Men don't tell women they're and they say because they want to smash. You're a pretty girl. You've probably never been told no because they want to. They tell you the numerology. Let's talk about it because they want to smash. But the reality is you are low IQ. That's what it comes down to. Probably first time someone's told you that because you've said a bunch of dumb about this pod.
I feel like and it's probably higher than yours.
Listen.
It's not. You've proven that. You are low IQ.
Okay.
You are low IQ.
You're the only person who's ever said that
so
shit.
wait, here's how I feel. I feel like men
A component of IQ is logic, and you lack that.
I don't lack logic.
Yes, you do.
I actually
You even
don't.
admitted you're 10 out of 10 delusional
Just
earlier.
because that we don't see things the same way does not mean that I'm not logical.
Scoot up, boo.
Being
Just
delusional
because
and being
you
logical
and
cannot
I-
coexist.
No, it can.
If you're delusional, that means you
Everything
lack logic.
can coexist. There's called a left and a right brain
Yo.
for a reason, and
Yeah.
some people can actually acquire both sides.
All right, you're an idiot.
There's no
Creativity
reason in here.
and
You're an idiot, bro.
logic.
You're an
no,
idiot.
There's no reason in here.
Study it.
You're an
Did
idiot,
you go
bro.
to college?
You're an idiot.
I feel like if
Sometimes
a man
you just gotta tell people they're dumb.
If
It's
a
cool, it
man,
doesn't offend
listen,
me.
I feel
Mo,
like
how
a
much shots
lot
you
of
got, Mo?
people.
We got like 15.
All right.
Let's do chats, man.
What do you want to say real quick, and then we'll go to the chats. You were going to say something, Elena?
Make it make sense, man.
To be honest, what I was gonna say is that if a man looks at every woman, and I understand what you're saying, is that there's a low percentage of women who could do that. But if a man automatically turns to that every time, oh, she's gonna be on this trip, she for this and that, I feel like you're not up to date on the times, and that women is winning.
If there's a 99% chance of something being true, wouldn't you assume it's true most of the time?
No, that's being delusional.
No, that's being intellectual and knowing your facts.
No.
Delusional is believing in that every other woman is just this one rare woman.
But why
So if you went
is
to
people
Dubai-
thinking that hard into somebody
Thank
else's
God someone
life?
hears.
That's common
Dick
sense.
sucker.
You want tacos? At this point.
Oh, man.
Holy.
I was about to say, a girl needs to eat. I like tacos.